Suntem la Spins Park și lui Iobu nu-i se vede fața. Ca e daci.
Iobu face câte două poze tot timpul.
Suntem la Spins Park.
Se merge așa și în partea aia se înfundă. E un fel de for.
Gata, a obținut.
Da. E tot ce care cu
Da. E o chestie în apă, dar nu știu ce. Nu, pe...
Also, you on the river side of the boat, manatee out here on the left side, swimming by. This is a tracking device that's coming up to the surface first. There's some manatees in the spring run with tracking devices on, and they do that. They do that to make sure they can find these three. They've been just recently. They start to sink out here. The alligators start to form up around the boat. We always take the smallest children and throw them over the side. These are often the alligator gods. How long do they sleep? Well, that's a difficult question. They have an automatic. Young lady sitting right by the gate with the darkness. So let's put this is kind of a good news, bad news kind of a job. Bad news is there's no pay. Sanitation device. It is a chemical toilet. It is there for your convenience. I have one request, please. Only use the toilet paper that's provided. Alligator right here. This alligator on the right-hand side is 1 week. Waiting around the backside of one of the islands we circumnavigate. She is missing a leg. These two are very prominent in a medical study that's going on right now. Why alligators don't get infections when they're attacked like that and lose a leg. Something in their chemistry prevents them from getting infections. The medical community is interested in that. Inhibited by the fact that she has one missing limb. We see her with babies when it's that season. We very often see her in the spring slide. Very hard to find when the plastic comes out. A little room right behind on the back of his head. When he's ready to mate, he gets a green eye ring. You should put that motor down, buddy. You'll find it a little more productive. The sad thing is that's his boat. That's not a rental though. Okay. She grows up down the back of her neck. She's ready to put it on the right-hand side. White ibis. We're going to see a bunch of these. Orange feet, orange legs and feet. White ibis is a migratory species for us. They show up here in the wintertime. I'm going to take that and I'm going to qualify it. Two little girls on the right-hand side. In the United States, the St. John is the only river that flows north all the way to an ocean. Technically, it does run into Lake Monroe from the south to the north. We are north of Lake Monroe. St. John's River was the main thoroughfare for bringing vegetables to navigate this river with the big boats. Oh, sweet, that's a double-crested cormorant. So cormorants for the man, cormorants look more like a duck when they're in the water. Because he has oil gland to his feathers, he floats higher in the water. You realize you're an endangered species, right? Well, we're going to rely on the native Floridians to help us out here. We're going to play Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? On the left-hand side, right in the break in the trees, great blue heron. Great blue heron sitting there. Native Floridians, you're going to help us out here. We're going to play Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? On the right-hand shoreline, two tall, thin palm trees. Can you tell me what kind of a palm tree that is from? High water line, correct. From what? You're going to make me work for this. I can see this. What flood? 9 feet of water. The river was closed here for an awful long time, it seemed like, for us, because we were not allowed on the water when it was full. When a fish and the little birds get their meal that way. A cooperative effort between manatees and the little wading birds. You see the vegetation moving? That's manatee under there having a snack. Manatees eat about 10% of their body weight a day. 1,500-pound manatees. Comfortable chair and a television set. Shiny round leaf plant, center stem. This is the #2 favorite food of manatees. They only eat the leaf. They don't eat the stem. This floating vegetation is exactly that, floating. It is not attached. If a big breeze would come in here, this would be blown right out of here. And this very bitter. They only strip the leaf off. This little water, well, that's a vulture way back up in there. This is great blue heron right opposite me. He's tall with a 6-foot wingspan. He learns to eat virtually anything. Snakes, birds, rabbits, fish. Boat operators complain all the time about how difficult it was to navigate this river. finally were successful in getting the Army Corps of Engineers sent down here to straighten out parts of the river. That happened in the late 1800s. They took 21 miles out of the river by straightening in different places. Shortened the travel time from 4 to 6 weeks to 2 weeks. This little waterway on the right-hand side is great people wandering back and forth across the land. One of our favorite places to go with a kayak or canoe trip. Do guided tours. This is one of our boats coming toward us. Once the winter weather is over up north. White ibis, when they first hatch out, are chocolate brown in color. It takes them about a year to make the transition to all white. If you look closely in here, you'll find a couple of brown ones in there. They're still making the transition from brown to white. When they first hatched out, they very often don't fly home with a group. They'll stay here during the summer. When a group comes down in the fall. Yep. Little blue heron flying. Yeah, he's got spectacular camouflage. That's American bittern.
Are ceva în bot.
Doare pește. Ia să ia ce poze cu zoom.
Great blue heron, a little farther down the shoreline on the left-hand side, right out there by the brown stocky plant. See him up there? Great blue heron walking away, runs back to us. This gray bird that hides here in the Spanish moss is also a great bird. Two more behind me, maybe three more behind us. Right up here.
Yeah, I see.
This is yellow crown night heron. He has a yellow cap to his head. Yellow crown night heron. Because he flies around in the dark, picking off insects. In the water? Very often when you're out here in a small boat like a canoe or kayak, you'll see an alligator swimming across the water like that. People ask us all the time, is it dangerous to be out here with alligators in the water? It all depends on what you consider dangerous. Most alligators, when you find them, all you'll see is the head and the eyes in the water. If he suddenly shows you the middle of his back, as you see on this one, what he's telling you is you're coming into what he considers his territory. He is telling you that he's planning to defend that. He's hoping that you will make a change in course and go some other place. If you choose not to do that, the next thing he's going to show you is the end of his tail. His tail's going to come up out of the water. When it does that, when the alligator does that, means he's getting ready to defend that space. You want to be somewhere else when he does. Turkey vulture has a red head and beak. Pick it up and show it to us.
Look, there it goes.
It's a fish. Armored catfish. That's okay with us. That's an invasive species, non-native. The more of them you see out. Doesn't have the brown color. Have half a mile in length, does connect up with the Huntington River on the other side of the island. Another really nice place to go on a canoe or kayak trip. Always a fair breeze blowing through here. We have taken that word and anglicized it into hammock. This would be called a cypress hammock. There's a predominant tree on this shoreline called cypress. Don't sit down. It's fine. I appreciate the help. When you tell how big he is, if you measure from the tip of his nose to the base of the eye, if that's 6 inches, he's basically a 6-footer. Anybody wants to stop and measure this one? I do have a tape measure with me. He weighs about 800 pounds. He's a pretty good sized boy.
Nu avem baterie.
Oh, really? What they did is they found one on the shore and they paddled over to get the picture. The one thing an alligator will never do is turn and run on the land to get away from a threat. He's got to go in the water every time. That's where his safety is. And what they did is they paddled up and cut on, and that's how they raise their internal body temperature. He likes to be about 80. The lady on board asked me one time, well, didn't the Indians know that Presbyterian boys were beginning to be? I said, well, I'm sure they found that out. A lot of people think he grows up to be great, Blue Heron. He does not. Different species.